name is Nicholas. I'm 28 years old, and I've been in the estimating career field for the past 10 years, 4 years in the U.S. Air Force, and another 6 years out in the civilian world. And I wanted to talk to you about how to negotiate your salary in my engineering career field. How do you want to negotiate your salary as a estimator? And let's get started. So the best way that I've found to negotiate your salary with your employer is to leave and to not negotiate your salary with your employer, because whatever you think that you are worth, you're not going to get there. Whatever amount of work that you've put in, you're not going to receive that back as a benefit, per se. That goes to the business owner, which I realize that now because I'm a business owner too. I started to see the fact that a worker is screwed for the most part. So I did something about it, and I became what I despise kind of so much, which is the business owner. And I don't necessarily despise them to, any sort of real degree. My own brother is a business owner, and I am a business owner. I don't hate myself, of course. But of course, you're just over time working any job, but especially some of the crappier jobs that I have, upwards to even the better jobs that I've had, there's just not a lot of, just because you're a boss, just because you're a business owner, doesn't mean that you know people. Doesn't mean that you know how to talk to people. Doesn't mean that you know how to handle or human organizational behavior, which is one of the courses that I took for my associate's degree. That's not a prerequisite to, owning a business and making a bunch of money. The prerequisite is to start it. So I started. Also, as you just realized, with me mentioning what I have for my associates and some of the classes that I have, I understand people, but also from being in, leadership positions throughout my military career as well, and building teams, running teams, it's helpful to know how to do some of that, because that's what you plan on doing, unless you are planning on hiring a bunch of AI agents, which is becoming more of a reality every day, basically. But yeah, the gist is you should leave your job. I'm not saying leave it without anything lined up, because you should not do that. That would be a irresponsible decision. Extremely irresponsible. But hey. So I have tried in the past. What I'm going to tell you right now probably, we'll keep that as a story time, but it's not worked out for me in the past whenever I went and asked for a raise. It actually one time almost went bad for me, and I was asking for a raise that I had negotiated as a part of the job. like written in stone, basically, like written on the paper, you should advance to this amount, pre-negotiated at the offer table or the negotiation table whenever we were doing the handshaking and all of the question asking and the interviews and all of that stuff. I negotiated my raise basically where I think anyone who has watched some of my videos in the past would know my salary range, and how whenever I went from 79.5 I went up to 85, and that was pre-negotiated basically. And, or 72.5, I think. I went from 79.5 to 72.5. So I negotiated myself like a $3,000 raise, which is cool and all. And they accepted, and I accepted the offer letter after accepting the offer that I had negotiated for myself. And yeah, like, that was a weird process to even ask for my own raise that I negotiated. So never alone raise sooner, and, or not sooner, but without having it pre-negotiated. And then on top of that, like, I've also asked in a 6-month period versus trying to wait for a 12-month period. Most people who ask for a raise are going to normally try and ask for it after 12 months. I went in at 6 and flat out no. So I can try to give you what I know. That's the best that I can do. And that's why you're at my channel, because you want to know from me what I know about what I know. And what I know is, don't even waste the time. I'd honestly not even put a target on my back of, hey, this guy could possibly leave us because he may want a raise that we aren't really willing to give him. So we should probably start looking around and thinking about that. Have I heard people say, you know, that they've been with a company for years or whatever, and I finally got tired of making the salary, and I went in there and asked my boss, and they decided to, you know, be cool and blah, 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 all of that stuff. Yeah, no, I've heard that. That's why I'm reciting it to you. I also heard that whenever I was making these decisions to go up, stand up from my desk and walk over and say, hey, can we get this raise situation figured out? And it went the ways that I just mentioned. Not well. Part of asking for a raise is to receive the raise, which I did not receive. I do sound a little bit salty right about now, and I was, as you will be. So sorry, you might like it. You know, the lights are a certain way. Your boss is cool. The bathrooms smell really good, and there's a few of them, so you don't have to, like, be weirded out at how it's going to sound to go to the bathroom around all these people, or try to take a crap around people, and it smells up the room or something because you only have one bathroom and the room's kind of small. Hey, maybe it's the largest place you made it at. Congratulations, good for you. The only thing is that you should have asked for a higher salary whenever you started the position. So either negotiate your first raise at the offer table, you know, or whenever they send you the offer, or whenever you're negotiating for the salary in the first place, whenever you can get that number out of your mouth and they ask you about it. Maybe go higher than you expected or wanted to. And I'm going to try and title this video somewhat vague, basically not even mention the fact that I'm an estimator, more somewhat like how to get a raise throughout your engineering career. And the reason why is because I want this to be able to get to as many people as it needs to get to, because people have families, times are rough, and people can't afford to be making missteps with their career. Do not ask for a raise. Put your application into Indeed, and if it's already in Indeed, update your application in Indeed and go from there. And go from there means applying to a bunch of other people in a bunch of other places, because again, they are not going to give you a raise. And if you do negotiate a raise successfully, it's gonna be a bunch of BS. You know that? What, like 3,000, 5,000? Inflation ate that. Like, what is that supposed to do? You want 10, 20, $30,000 above where you are right now. And if you can do it every year. Every year is, yes, I said that. Every year. I'm not telling you to stay at a place for more than 18 months. And even that place is probably a place you should not be at. Hey, 12 months start? Hey. Either we talking some 20, 30% raise numbers. I'm out of here. And it's just the real. I mean, you know, it takes time to accumulate experience. And being 28 years old, I feel like I am an OG in the game, you know? Been out here, been experienced and stuff. I mean, believe it or not, I mean, obviously that was kind of joking, but if you know my background, I've been working since I was 14 years old. I've been working for literally half my life, because 14 plus 14 equals 28. Yeah. For you math nerds out there. But I've done this. I've been around the block. I've circled the world and seen every country twice with this whole job stuff. It's, I feel like this advice might be harsher to hear, maybe just personality wise. If you're really good with people, maybe if you're in like sales or something like that, and you talk to people, know people, begin to like people, you may find yourself in a position for a longer amount of time or something like that. I'm not really sure what the full psychology is behind wanting to stick with places for years and years that aren't giving you more money, like when there's other companies out there. Maybe the place that you're at, they just only have but so few jobs. And or, you know, also if you're getting towards the end of your career, just because us Gen Z and maybe up to like the millennials have switched jobs doesn't mean that the older generations are following our own trend. So they may not be as hip to the fact that you can go get a small bag by listening to this video, rewinding it, listening to all the points in it, and yeah. But hey, you know, live and learn. Maybe my advice isn't necessarily correct, and you learn and find out in a different way, and somehow that you can make a video maybe one day that contradicts this, and or maybe you figure out that what I'm saying is actually accurate information, and you repost the video to this one or whatever, saying, yeah, bro, you remember dude with the green shirt and the Nike hat, and let me see. And the dude that randomly vaped like in the middle, or like maybe towards 3/4 towards the end of his video, and how he was talking about how if I stand up from my desk, take this paper or this binder full of all of the good deeds that I've been doing for this company and all of my hard work, and bring it to someone else in the company, how that probably won't work out too well for you or whatever. You guys should go listen to that dude's video. Like, I remember, you know what, as I was just saying that, I remember what I was told for the raise where I did exactly what I just said. I had printed out a bunch of stuff, because that's what Google said, bring a binder with a bunch of your accolades and stuff that you had been on. I think I had been there for, at this point, like a year and a few months. And this is the place that I was making $52,000, and I got a raise to $54,000. And that raise was after, you know, asking for what I'm about to tell you about. So, and this is the story time that I was thinking about earlier. So for you guys that may have thought that you'd be, oh, dang it, I'm missing out because the guy didn't tell me about the story time that he was going to possibly tell us about. Well, this is it. So I wanted to raise my salary from $52,000. I think I negotiated $52,500 whenever I first got there. So let's just call it 53. I wanted to raise it up closer to $70,000 because I was broke, bro. And I ain't had no daggone money, bro. Like, and I got a family over here, bro. I can't eat. Who is eating off of 50, bro? Hey, it wasn't us. Nah, I had to go get that, get it out the mud. Anyway, so yeah, dog, we was broke. And I changed it. So I wanted to go to 70, brought the binder full of all of my accolades, put it nice and neatly on the desk. I was like, hey, can we talk about salary? I then picked that binder back up, brought it into a room that had a very long office desk in it, a bunch of chairs in it, and we both sat down and we talked about, you know, the different jobs that I had been on and how much I had made the company. It had already been written up in my performance report that I was worth so much, and possibly so much in the beginning, but now I could easily see Nicholas bringing in about $5 million at the time to our company per year. Let me say that again. Bringing in $5 million in that year. And you want to pay me this chicken feed at $50,000. Okay, so I asked for a raise to $70,000, and I was told that the budget wouldn't allow for that to happen. The budget wouldn't allow for that. What's 53,000? Or no, what's 70,000 minus 53,000? That's $17,000, right? So you couldn't find $17,000, or let's just call it $70,000, since that would be the total salary, out of $5 million. But beyond that, this is a massive multinational corporation. Yes, multinational, different countries other than just the United States. And you can't find 70,000 in that budget right there. Number one, got me thinking about entrepreneurship, because hey, that's where the money's at. But also two, like, what the heck? So I was like, deuces. And then I found a position for $79,500. And that's where I was working at. And then I had that weird mix up with the raise there to $82,500. But no, it didn't take me long. I think like almost directly, maybe like within a month or two of being there and that going through that situation right there, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and keep this Indeed updated. Yeah, and that's going to be the bonus for this video, is you'll go online go to Reddit, go to wherever, and you'll see that no one is getting callbacks or whatever the heck through Indeed or this, that, Indeed. I've gotten I think I've gotten every single job that I've worked since I've gotten out of the military through Indeed. Maybe one, if I'm not mistaken. May have come through like a ZipRecruiter, or no, maybe LinkedIn probably. But in LinkedIn, can get you there too. But Indeed is on it. Indeed got that championship. And ZipRecruiter, man, I ain't never got a call back I ain't never got nothing from ZipRecruiter. I don't even know why I got that thing. That thing wasted so much of my time. Half my time. Because I would be doing that and I'd be doing Indeed or whatever if I wanted to get a new position or, look into whatever is out there or whatnot. But nah, just stick with Indeed. That'll lead you on the path that you need to be on. And by the way, if this information works out for you, like, subscribe, share, comment. Also, I just started up a school community. It is free to join for right now. It's free to join. So check the link in the description below. It's the very low, or the last description on the last link on the description. The very first one is for my business. I offer digital products related to estimating because I want to help you out to get you to the level to where I am. And I have a lot of these tips and tricks and different stories in those books. But I also and then the link below that is my consulting, so that you can talk directly to me one-on-one, 1 hour per week, and we'll get you where you need to go. Yeah! So there's that. And in my school community, I also just posted my first course in my community, and you can go there and check that course out. I know there's been many videos where I've been like, all right, a course is coming, guys, get ready, a course is coming. Hey, a course is on its way. And y'all probably been like, bro, how long you been saying that, dog? When you bringing that course, bro? I got it, bro. I got you. It's there now. So go check it out. All right, I will catch you on the next one. Take it easy.